Good morning, everybody. I don't know how many times I can say the same thing in different ways. This is another one of those videos that kind of summarizes the whole context of the channel. I will link below to several related videos that I suggest you watch because I'm going to be brief about this because it, again, reiterates the entire channel that transformation comes from within. Happiness is a state of mind, not a passing mood state, as fulfillment and contentment, agency and creating a life worth living, and a few more. Basically, no matter what you are facing, your emotions come from in here and in here. No matter how much it feels like it comes from out here, it's not coming from external circumstances. There is a long, drawn out story of how we got to be where we are. From the way our brains are wired when we're young, to the influences we have had, to the experiences we have had, to our inborn temperament, to what we perceive. But essentially we come up with our own unique set of beliefs. And our belief system interprets what we perceive in reality as what we see is what we focus on is what we see, and we see more of what we focus on. It reinforces our beliefs, and we can only see a certain amount of reality at the same time. Like if I tell you right now, your feet are contacting the floor, and to notice that, suddenly you notice that, but you weren't aware of that until I told you, because we can't be aware of everything all at once, so our brains filter out a lot of information going on around us all the time. We're only perceiving a certain amount of things, and we're only perceiving based on our belief system about reality and the world around us. And our perception, our beliefs make our perception, and our perception and what we see and what we experience internally and externally triggers through our memory banks similar sensations and promote emotion. Far more complicated than that. But so it's our perception of the event, our belief about life, our perception of the event that creates our emotion regarding the event. Do we perceive the rain as a bad day or an opportunity to go out and play? It depends on our perception. Do we hate winter? Do we love winter? It depends on our perception and our belief system about life. And we can change our belief systems and we can change our perceptions to change our emotion. We can advance our emotional IQ to change our emotion. We can develop healthy coping mechanisms to change our emotion. But in order to change our emotion, to be satisfied, contented, fulfilled with our life, with ourself, to be happy, it has to come from in here. Everything else is a passing fancy. Everything else can light you up for a moment, but it's just a trigger. It's just like an addict seeking a fix, an emotional crutch to bury yourself in. It's being judgy or gossipy about other people, some thrill-seeking adventure, driving recklessly, or drinking, or drugs, or slamming down some cake, or binge watching TV, or whatever it is that you want to do to modulate your emotions externally. Go shopping, buy an item, find love, get caught up in that love drug. It's brain chemistry. You're playing with brain chemistry. You're reaching for outside things to momentarily modulate what's coming from in here. I'll also link to distance emotional crutches. You can't reach inside someone else who's sad. Turn a couple buttons, make a couple jokes, no matter what you do, and make them happy. Same can be said for you. No one can reach inside of you, turn a couple buttons, and make you happy. Not long lasting, not indefinitely. You might have a passing fancy. Someone tells a good joke and you laugh for a moment. But the general welfare of your internal world and your general appreciation of your external world is up to you. Your emotional health is up to you. And if you're struggling with a mental illness that affects your emotional health, that takes that control away from you, that changes around the chemistry in your brain, you still have a responsibility to try to take the best care of yourself possible. Practice emotional intelligence, practice coping skills, practice making peace a priority in your life, practice de-stressing, practice trying to control your emotions and your inner world, and gratitude, and center yourself and be able to work toward happiness and holistic health, because it will make you tend to your mental illness better. It will make you care for your mental illness. It will make you want to take your medications. It will make you want to be in yourself. And when you hit your depressions, you will cope better with your depressions. When you hit your manias, you will hit the pause button and you will get help so you don't destroy things instead of riding on the high of pleasure. You'll want to keep your life in a healthy and balanced state. You'll want to get over any mental illnesses you can get over, like the eating disorder. As much as it can be a terrifying thought that we are responsible for our own lives as adults, we are responsible for our own happiness as adults as well. Nothing and no one outside of us can make us happy, and that could be a terrifying concept for those of us that are unhappy. Predominantly unhappy because we don't want to live this way, and we want someone to come in and rescue us and save us. You can save yourself. Coping with emotion, becoming emotionally healthy, is a skill. It is a skill that can be learned. There are resources, there are help to learn these skills. You can, it needs to be trained like a muscle. Negativity comes naturally to us. Positivity does not. People who are generally happy people have cultivated certain things in their life and their habits. There are things they are doing that are making that happen. There are things you can do to help make that happen for yourself. There are things you can add in your life, in your behavior, in your thinking, in your belief systems, in your perception, in what you focus on, and what you think about, and the way you talk to yourself to improve your emotion. Trust me, it is a battle. It's a battle I fight daily. But you have to choose to work on it. You have to acknowledge and understand that you're the only one that can. And you have to choose to work on it. I said I was going to make this short because it pretty much reiterates everything the channel is about. A link to relevant things below. Please know that if you find yourself consistently unhappy, there is help for you. You don't have to do it by yourself, but you do have to do it. You deserve to live a happier life. And the way, there's one door to your heart, and that's you. Human happiness and human satisfaction must ultimately come from within. You can learn to live in a way that makes you happier. To live in a way that makes you proud of yourself. To appreciate your blessings. To focus on the good and not the bad. To believe in yourself. To love yourself. To soothe yourself. To balance and modulate yourself. To find peace. Find joy. To love the life you live, regardless what goes on outside of you, because that is not responsible for your happiness. You are responsible for your happiness. As hard as it can be, it can be done. Love you guys. Link to related things below because this video was not the best, especially because it is the entire channel. It's just too poignant, too big for me to get it right for you guys. But it's critical for you to understand, for you to accept, for you to believe it, for you to understand it, and for you to begin to work on it, and for you to begin to understand that it can be better. But you hold the key, like Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz. Stop looking everywhere else for the problem that's inside of you. Your emotions are inside of you. You need to change inside of you to change your emotions. Good morning. Goodbye.